All right, guys, this is John Louisiana Tractor Works and Projects, and guys, we got something different. I know it's been a while since I put up a video, but we're going to go into a sequence of a few different videos, not just Tractor Works. Some of these videos are well over a year in the works. So in this project, guys, we got something a little different. As you can see, I'm standing here, and I'm going to give you a pan around view. This is a very dear friend of mine. He's been a friend of mine for over 30 years. He had surgery a while back, a back surgery, and it went bad. He can barely get around. He has to use a cane on good days and a walker on rougher days. We're out here with his place. Now, I'm going to put some pictures of what his place looked like after the hurricane. And so he's going from a big, beautiful home to this. Now, I built this porch, and I did about 85% of the work by myself until Garrett, my sons and that, could get out here and help me finish it up. Was the first stage. He bought this building, and we are going to convert this building into a house, what they call tiny homes. So we wanted to take y'all along for this. We are working with very, very limited amount of money. And we're just helping this guy. We're helping him. He's a friend of ours. So let me walk y'all through this, and I'll show y'all what we got. All right, guys. So as you can see, he's got a beautiful lakefront property here, and this is a pretty lake. Guys out there fishing. It's awesome. So it was beautiful, and he had a big, big home, as well as there was a huge home standing on them piers right there that got totally wiped out. Right here. Now, this is what he is forced to settle for because this is all he can afford. So he bought this building, he had a pad made and brought the building out, and then he got with me about building him a front porch. So I come in here and built a front porch. This is 44 feet long, 10-foot depth. He wanted to enclose some of this to make room in the house or in the building to live. So we're going to enclose this section right here where that ramp is going to go over. We're going to enclose this section right here and bring it out right here and back that way. And we're going to build his laundry room right here in the porch. So we're going to build, washer, dryer, hot water heater. So it is going to have an exterior door on it. He wants it to open to the outside. He don't want to come through because that's going to be his kitchen area. So let me walk y'all in here and see. The nice thing about it is that it was a business before, some kind of business. And so it is just wide open. Wide open, and it is wired, but we are going to have to move some wires in that. We're going to have to move some wiring and add some wiring, like all these fluorescent lights are coming out. Now, if you see the tape, we kind of already laid out a bedroom, a bathroom, on this thing where the walls are going to go, and that, so basically that's going to be the bathroom right here. Vanity is going to go right here. Vent's going to go up through the wall for the drainage. All this stuff here, bedroom right here, and we're squeezing out of here just enough to get him a bed in here, his bed in here, and still have enough room to actually move around, change clothes and all that as well as the bathroom here. We got a walk-in tub that we're going to be installing. And so we got to do all the plumbing, move some electrical, all the plumbing, hot water, cold water, drainage, the whole 9 yards. Also, we got to bring in wire, heavy wire for the stove. We're also going to have to run heavy wire for the dryer. Also have to run power out there for the washing machine. And then all the draining that for the washing machine. His kitchen sink's going to go right here. Cabinets are going to go into here. Cabinets are going to return this away. Icebox is going to go right here in the corner. Table's going to go right here. And basically, this is going to be open from that wall right there. This way, it's just going to be basically open. Front room, dining room, kitchen kind of setup. So he is single. So that's one good thing. So there's no kids in that. It's just him. So, but we need him to build it in such a way that he can comfortably move around, especially as time passes and he gets older. It's not going to get easier for him the older he gets. So we got to build in such a way that it will be easy for him to move around at any point in his life. So that's what we're going to do. So this is a project, guys. We're going to pull all these out. We're putting in can LED lights all over the place once it's up. This is all coming off. And the plan is he wants a cabin look on the inside. So it's going to be all slot board walls, ceiling, all except for in the bathroom, in the hallway. This is going to get sheetrock in the bathroom. Hallway going to get sheetrock. But all this is going to be what we call slot board walls and ceiling. And it's going to all be knotted pine. And we're going to clear coat all of it once it's all up. And that's what we're going to do all the way through here. So, yeah. So it's going to be a project. But, you know, sometimes, man, people find themselves in binds. And the only people you can call on is your friends and family. And if they ain't there to help, then what good does that do to have friends and family? Just joking, guys. Look, everybody gets in a position where they're in a bind. And this guy has helped me over the years many, many times. So it's just time for me to return a favor to a dear friend. So that's what we're going to do, me and my sons. So we are going to work on this, and you're going to see this transform, hopefully, into a beautiful place that he will love to be calling home. So that's what we're going to be working on. All right, guys. So, yeah, that's the project. And yeah, so as you can see, we got plywood. We're going to reinforce all the floors in this thing because the building was bought. And the building's in good shape, but it's OSB plywood on the floor. I mean, it wasn't meant to be lived in. It was built for cheap. It was built cheap to buy, sell, slap it on your property, and get in it. So it wasn't, and you can see the walls there, it wasn't built to live in. So we got to make some mods. So we are definitely going to be adding to the floor. It's going to get float floor throughout the house when we're done. Yeah, the cabinets are all going to be, as of this point, we're not doing the cabinets. He's got another friend of his that's going to build all his cabinets, custom cabinets throughout the house. But if it comes down to it, if his buddy can't get to it, you know, we're going to do it because this gentleman has been out of his home without a home coming on 3 years. 3 years. So his daughter and son-in-law has been kind enough to let him stay with them. This has been coming on a 3-year battle just to get this, you know. So, but that's our plans, guys. And I want to take y'all along for this journey of converting a storage building into a tiny home. And we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, so I'm going to give y'all some of the issues that we are dealing with and we have to deal with. And this is, and I'm going to tell you also, this is why a lot of contractors, I wish the light wasn't so bright. doesn't like doing remodels or this kind of work because you never know what you're going to run into, and it's impossible to bid something you don't know is a problem. So, but if you look here, if I can shade the light, it is wet. It's sopping wet. It's been wet for a while. We even got ants here that's been nesting here. It's been wet for a while. And when we pulled this panel off, I could tell by the insulation that it was wet, and we got mold growing nicely, black mold. That's always sweet. You definitely want to breathe tons of that in as much as possible. You know, the more you breathe, the healthier it is for the mold. Anyway, just joking, guys. Okay, so it is definitely getting wet. It is not running down. I went ahead and pulled the ceiling, and it is dry, as you can see, all through here along that edge. So it's not running down. I don't see no signs of the water running downward, but from right here. Right here, you can see it. It's running down. All right? And that could be actually it wicking up. Because of this, I went on the outside, and I'll show you what I found out there. Okay, so now we're on the outside. This is the window where it's leaking. It's leaking up there at the top. So I'm going to show y'all now what I found. So it's got this facial board, and you can see they did some number with the caulking, but not a very good job of it. But as you get up higher and get above here, you can see now how they ran caulking, but they totally missed the board. And it has rotted this board plumb out. Plus this one right here is loose. It's not even nailed down where it's supposed to go, and it bowed up. And there's a seam between this panel and this panel right underneath here, right behind this. So, but yeah, so that's gonna have to be addressed. So when you're doing home repair or anything like this, a lot of guys, they'll just blindly overlook this stuff and go ahead and just slap it back up. Okay, well, that's great. That works for the contractor. It works excellent. Excuse the wind, guys. It's breezy. Wish the window was on that end. Anyway, that works great for the contractor because he ain't got no headache now. But what happens when I just go ahead and blindly cover this up, it's already got mold, black mold growing in it, and I just cover it up, act like it's not there, don't try to address it or nothing. Guess what's going to happen to this guy? This is going to keep leaking. It's going to start rotting. The mold's going to grow more. And then hopefully, maybe not, but if he's lucky, he won't get that mold in his lungs. You know, he won't get mold poisoning. At the very least, he'll get is having to pull everything we just done down and rebuild it at an extra cost, instead of doing it now while we're in here. Guys, So here we are. Now we got it stripped down to where we want to go.